If we called up our sponsor, what would they say? Go to a meeting. Go to a meeting. Call up another program buddy. That's what he'd say. So what we're doing is we're taking that process and we're taking the self-pity, we're taking the situational depression, we're taking the messy bog of anger and resentment, and then of course we're turning that against us. We're cutting that stuff off, and we're going immediately to, okay, I see how hurt I am, I see how angry I am, good job for feeling those feelings, what can I do to make things a little better today? If you notice in all the examples, people weren't trying to reinvent the wheel. They were just saying, what can I do to get things a little better today? 5 more volunteers. 5 more, come on. 1, 2, come up here. Come up here. You can do it. 2, 3 more. Does anyone want to get out of the cave in this section? Come on. Out of the cave. The out of the cave train is leaving the station. Out of the cave is going out.
Hey, that cheese came out of the cave.
Come on, we have how many? 1, 2 more. Need 2 more. Out of the cave, we're leaving the station. Okay, guys. Let's give them an applause for being here. Same thing.
I don't understand why I keep feeling this over and over again. When am I going to get over this? Every time I come to church, I'm resenting this job that I loved, and it was created just for me. The pastor saw my giftedness, and he made this job for me. And why do I keep feeling so strong about this? I just want it to be done. It's been a year. Oh, sweetie, sweetheart, it's okay. It's okay to have these feelings. It was really important to you. It was created just for you. It was such a special time. And thank you, God, that is more God's success than mine. That this job was ever created for me. I got to see my passion. I got to see the way I work with kids and music, and I got to shine, and it was beautiful. And some people, but the children's director, she didn't get it, and I didn't know I was in her sandbox, and I feel so stupid. How did I not know that she was not happy to have me in her sandbox the whole time, and she was just following the directions of the on high? Sweetie, it's okay that you didn't know. It's probably better you didn't know, because you got to experience this beautiful time where you got to shine and see how you were made. I'm so proud of you. You stepped up. You were afraid to show up for that job, and you felt insecure. You didn't know you were an under-earner until now. And wow, thank you, God. That is more God's success than mine. It's okay to have feelings. It's okay. Is there something you could do? Oh yeah. How about if you go on a meeting every day and do what those people are doing to overcome their under-earning and under-being and hiding in a cave? And how about if you just keep showing up? Yeah, I can do that. It's going to get better. I hear miracles happening. People sharing their struggle and their success, and I keep showing up for that, and wow, and that's cool. It's only been 5 months, and I'm in step 4, and oh my gosh, I'm in contact with the ugly of under-earning, and it's so painful. But thank you, God, I show up every day, and I show up, and I answer the questions in step 4, and I call my sponsor every week, and I talk to my action partner every day, and thank thank you. That is more God's success than mine coming out of the cave every single day. The story's not over yet. The story is not over yet. You're just beginning. Yeah, I've just wasted so much time. I've wasted decades of my life. But wait a second. Some people never get to experience this. Some people never get to experience recovery. And here I am. I'm not even 50 yet. Oh, wow. Thank you, God. That is more God's success. Just stay plugged in. I'm just going to stay plugged in. Just keep showing up. And I'm going to have those miracles happen for me too. And that is more God's success than mine.
All right.
So I am so mad at myself because I have been having a pity party for years. Not just seconds, not just moments, but years of self-pity, victim, poor me, I'm all alone, I gotta make it on my own. I am so mad at myself for all the years I've been doing this dance with my fear and my victimhood. Sweetheart, good job for feeling so deeply. Oh my God, that's part of your gift, is that you can feel so deeply. Good job. More God's success than mine. I'm so disappointed today that my sponsor didn't come. I didn't get to meet my sponsor. I'm just like so mad at him. I'm like so disappointed. Like, why don't you show up for me? Nobody ever shows up for me. Good job for expressing your truth. Good job for recognizing you're mad and letting it come out. Good job, Pauline. Good job. What's one action you can take to forgive yourself and your sponsor? I can write a letter to myself, a self-forgiveness letter, and say, good job, Pauline, you showed up in UA. How many programs have you done? How deeply have you done so many programs? And you showed up again and you said, I'm going to be visible. Good job, Pauline. Good job. You're never too old to start another program. Good job. Good job for showing up today and being visible. More God's success than mine. Good job, Pauline, for getting up every morning at 5 a.m. and getting on that 5:30 a.m. UA meeting every day for 1 year. Good job. That's more God's success than mine. That's it. Thank you.
So again, you know, they say in public speaking, tell them what you're going to tell them what you told them. So the idea is that we want to always acknowledge ourselves using me. I'm so proud of me for doing this. Boy, I'm really proud of me for feeling that deep emotion, which you just did. Didn't matter what the emotion was. It could be anger, it could be crying, it could be singing. I'm so proud of me for whatever feeling, whatever deep emotion we have. And being able to channel into this wonderful experience rather than going out and eating some bad stuff or being with the wrong person or picking up a substance. We're really just feeling the feelings, and we're giving God most of the credit. That's the spiritual part of it. That's what gives it the spiritual part of when we say it's more God's success than mine. That's where the muscle is. That's what leaves the affirmation level and goes into the prayer formation level where we have the spiritual muscle, like saying the Serenity Prayer out loud. Why do we do it holding hands? It's spiritual energy to keep us in the best shape for the day. So we're using that same energy that we have, and we say the Serenity Prayer in the 12-step room. We say, good job, I'm so proud of me. It's more God success in mind, I'm feeling this emotion. And what can I do today to make the situation just a little better? And that creates and regenerates the spiritual muscle to drive the conversation without condemnation from it.
Okay. Man, I hate it that I just haven't gotten this together in all these years. What I'm supposed to do, indecision, and no action toward my heart's passion and vision. And I'm tired of saying, I think I should do this, or I think I should do that, and then I don't do anything about it, or I don't think I can, or it's just never it. It's never it. So I stay in my ho-hum work and talk about retirement like everybody else, and thank God it's Friday like everybody else, and it's just like, wow, what a boring. I hate it that I've allowed myself to play my life this way for so long, and so well, I really want to acknowledge me for working at myself all these years, working on trying to be a better person all these years, and for trying out a new program here today, and for so much, thank you God for so much recovery of myself. And that's why, remember, that's why we took on something that was a little easier. So you would have room, I would have room to do this work and to find myself and to find safety with myself and belief in myself and trust in myself and trust in my husband. And thank you, God, so many of these things are handled, and thank you, God, for bringing me this action program. And I'm going to let myself take smaller steps. Or just small steps. It's okay. Just a step. That's it.
I am so afraid and resentful at you I'm just so angry that I'm always so scared to be seen. And I'm just so sick and tired of you always doing the same tape. It's so exhausting. I want to hide. I don't want to be seen. I can barely even open my eyes right now. I feel like I can't even be in my body. And it's like, you've done this before, over and over again. Like, what is the deal? Just let go already. This is so old and tired. Oh. Thank you. Me, I'm so proud of you for being able to stand up and have the courage and come out of yourself, even though it's so scary. You're really feeling your feelings, and ideas grow stronger when they're shared, and you're safe here. You're safe here. Thank you, me, for being able to do this. And this is more God's success than mine. Thank you, God. Thank you. I know, but you do this, and then you just keep going back. Like, oh, I don't even know what my fear and resentment is. It's just like that old tired holy sweater that I don't want to get rid of. It's just like that old fucking, I don't know what it is. It's my wounds, not having my dad, not being, and my expectations. Nobody ever fucking lives up to my expectations, and I can't live up to my own expectations. Ever. You're never good enough. You are never good enough. You have potential and you just can't do anything right. I'm so proud of me for being able to touch into that and really feel that. I'm so proud of you. That's more God's success than mine. And you're doing it, you're showing up, and this is where miracles happen in the moment, and miracle has the power to undo the past in the present, and therefore releasing your future. I'm so proud of me for doing this right now. It's more God's success than mine, and you're a miracle, and you are safe to be who God intends you to be. So just keep going. Just for today, just keep going. Thank you.
Okay, not exactly sure what I'm going to say, and don't like being in front of groups, but I thought that taking the action to move my body up here in front of the group and face my fears would activate other places in my life. A lot going on. In the last 2 weeks, I got laid off by 2 jobs, and I always have this way of I need to feel like I'm a good person, and so I need to be the superhero for my employers, which translates to saving the day or doing that with in my parent-child relationship. And so I put off my own needs and my own vision. I defer to my employers or the other a lot of the time. And I'm gonna give me, I'm proud of me for showing up here today, for going to bed, even though I went to bed at 12, for my back hurting all day, for being willing to look at my time, at my vision here, shows my willingness to shift my time priorities to be more towards my vision and to have more balance, less codependency with others, and this is more God's success than mine.
And now, here is Denise.
Okay, long days, it's been a long day, and next to the exciting action group meetings, huh? Some housekeeping, all right. The folks who want a sponsor are sponsored. Yeah, you want to get on here? There's anything. Okay. So please sign up and then take a photograph of this sheet so you all have each other's information. Right? That'll be the most technology-based way to do that. Okay? Please sign this up. And then the custodian's coming at 5:30. So if I can just get some folks to assist me at the end, to put the tables back the way the chairs back, that'd be great. And we have food left over. So please take that home. If not, we're also going to donate it as well, whatever's left. And the parking lot. Okay, so I have the key. So if folks who aren't going to go dine with us after, we're going to have to get you out a lot.
right? That's all I can think of, so let me know how else to do it. But those of us dining, I have the key, so you can stay and keep your car here. Okay, that's I think gonna work, hopefully. Because if I'm at the restaurant and you come to the parking lot, you can't get out. Yes, hi, hi, what's your name?
Jocelyn.
Hi, Jocelyn, I don't recall before, hi, welcome.
Is it a clicker or is it a literal?
It's inside the building, on that wall, and you have to drive your car 8 inches up to the gate to get in, and sensor-wise to get out.
Gotcha.
So you can't get in until.
So somebody just needs to like stand there and watch.
Not while we're having dinner, no.
No, not while we're having dinner. Yeah.
But yet to come in, yeah.
Yeah, okay, great.
Do you want to park your car in here?
No.
Oh.
Thank you.
So that was the main, and anyone has any other ideas or thoughts? How's the temperature?
Wait, did you say, there's a sensor to get out?
Yeah, so you just put your car up and it opens.
So we don't need a key to get out?
Correct, but it will shut, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awful.
Right.
That'd be awful.
Oh,
If I left, you can't get out.
Right.
That'd be terrible.
Got it.
If I can happen.
You can't walk into the park.
Correct.
That's what the,
Gotcha.
So I can't come in and let anyone else in, but you can drive out of here now and that's it.
Got it.
Is that clear?
Yes.
And is the restaurant going to be within walking distance?
Yes, because like I said, there's 15 taquerias, and the closest, the biggest one is 3 blocks away. I just can't guarantee it's gonna be all the seats because it's no reservations. Oh, do we have a, let's just get, a view. Who thinks they might be going for a fellowship? Is that- Okay, if no one can go. Okay, 3?
we're waiting to see.
Oh, how life goes, how you feel in 2 hours? Okay, all right. So maybe 10, it's like 10, so that's doable.
Ask a friend about the phone.
Oh, yeah, okay, now we also have the phone number for everyone to call next Saturday, so we get feedback from everybody, and everyone else on the calls that I've heard make announcements on every day will be able to listen in to hear how it went.
It's 712-775-7100.
712-755,
775.
sorry,
775.
775,
7100.
7100, the code is
Same as the 744239.
744239. Now,
3 o'clock.
at the top, 3 o'clock Eastern, or
Eastern Standard Time.
3 o'clock Eastern is 12, no? 12 o'clock Pacific. And
Saturday.
next Saturday. And
18.
that line is pretty much freed up at that time of the day. That's why we're gonna use that line.
Next Saturday, I believe, at
Noon.
Noon our time.
Specific time.
Is that call just about giving feedback on
Yeah.
the workshop?
Yeah, what you thought about it?
How's it going?
Yeah.
How's the week?
Have you incorporated all that Andrew said in the last 8 hours all week?
Got it.
How much have you integrated these disciplines into your life?
Yes.
How long of a call do you think, or is it
An
over?
hour.
Hour and a half.
And folks who haven't come to this particular workshop, they'll be asking questions. We're trying to keep that at bay because we want to hear all of you, really, first.
Is this an annual workshop?
We've been asked to go to London and Australia, and that's the goal, is to make this international. So it's a matter of, well, I know, that's the next thought. So far, we've had it twice a year, and it has to do with venue, it has to do with basic logistics more than anything else. Thing is, he might go to Australia and London in between the Bay Area, so it would be 4 times a year. It wouldn't necessarily be here. We have New York as well, right? New York too?
In
New York
LA?
as well.
Is there ever a
LA.
weekend retreat?
I'm sorry?
Is there ever a weekend, like, convention, retreat?
For
something?
what Andrew's done today, for UA, yeah, that's the World Service Conference.
World Service.
The World Service Conference. This is not the World Service Conference.
Okay.
It's a, we can tell
One
you,
day thing, this is the one day thing.
I don't know if it's the one day thing.
Well, the World Service Conference isn't exactly a retreat. It's more like
Depends on how you look at it.
it's more like an inquisition.
I didn't say that, I didn't say that.
I meant conference or.
It meant they're not, that's more about bylaws and bringing GSRs together to get it together for the whole world. This is not that.
But, yeah, I mean, that's something that we definitely need to do. Anyway. They have it in Slough, they have it in Alabama, they have it
Right, this is,
Okay.
this is the closest thing that we have.
So far.
We're starting. This is the beginning.
A
Yeah, this is the beginning of that, I think. I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Because this core folks have come 3 times now. So, and now we have 35 folks streamed on live stream. So it can only be bigger. All right, okay, let's continue. Now it's time for
Okay.
action meetings.
All right, God, thank you very much, Denise. Okay, so now we're gonna have an action meeting demo. How many people here have had a UA action meeting? Raise your hand.
Oh, that's it?
Okay, so we need, okay. How many people had a DA pressure relief meeting? Okay, how many people have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about? Okay. Action meetings are very simple. And what we're gonna do is do a demo. Okay, yeah. Hey, we're actually on time, amazing. Amazing. Okay, we're gonna do a 15-minute action meeting demo. The actual action meeting that you all are going to have is gonna run about half an hour. What we're gonna do is we're gonna divide the whole room into groups of 3. And each person gets a half an hour. So the whole sequence of the action meeting will be an hour and a half. Each person gets 30 minutes. There'll be a bell at 25 after each time period. Means wrap up in 5 minutes. So everyone's going to get one that is sitting here today. The important thing about, again, I said earlier today, we don't want to give the action client too many actions because they're going to just go run screaming into the night. The action subjects can be, gee, I'd like to go to school, I'd like to make more money, I'd like a new career, I'd like to become a musician, I'd like to open a pet store, I'd like to get to a better place in my recovery. It doesn't matter. As long as your goals you are asked about, because the first thing they're going to ask you is, how would you like to have a more prosperous life? And you can say, look, I want a vacation half the year in, Cozumel. So it doesn't really matter. The action team will help you do that. And of course, the beginning of the action meeting begins with the Serenity Prayer. The end of it ends with the Serenity Prayer. Because we want to create spiritual energy into it. Wall of words, you heard that earlier. This is an example of your action client having the wall of words. So Andrew, how do you feel about starting your own laundromat? So my wall of words answer would be, well, it's funny that you mentioned laundromats because the fact of it is that a lot of clean clothes have gone back in my family over the years. In fact, my mother used to live in Bratwurst, and she developed this new technique, but the cleaning. But the thing is that she had this codependent relationship with my grandfather, which created a lot of triggering in me whenever I did past laundries, and I feel that I have to go. I think I really have to deal with my family of origin issues, of which there was a lot of alcoholism in there. And my mother had this Chihuahua, and she heard the voices with the dog. Now, it really wasn't the Chihuahua that was talking to her. It was really more like her dead rabbi that was talking from the afterlife. But I never really believed it. So at this point, I've totally sandbagged the meeting. We can't go anywhere because I'm on my own magic carpet ride of misery. So I don't know where I can go. So the reaction, people will give him a look, and they're sitting there like a. And the thing is that they let me get away with it. Whereas if they're smart, they'll say, Andrew, you're getting into the wall of words. So let's come back to opening up your laundromat. So that's what we do. We want to gently bring our client who we're giving the action meeting to bring him back or her back to his vision of opening the laundromat. Now that may not actually be that. Maybe he's going to go to a SCORE meeting, learn about how to write a business plan. Or maybe he's going to say, hey, is laundry really the way you want to go? So anyway, we need to cut the wall of words in the nub and gently bring this person back with just a few actions that are doable. Okay, so I'm gonna do an action meeting, and I need 2 chairs, 3 chairs. 3 chairs, and I need 2 people. 2 people.
Volunteers, up we go.
Yeah, come on up.
Joanne and.
2 people, 2
Who
people.
hasn't gone yet? Joanne hasn't gone yet. Oh, you have? Oh, Diane, great.
Just two.
I need 1 more chair, and
Then
2
Natasha,
people.
Tasha, there you go, perfect.
Okay, and you sit there, and you sit there. Okay, good. Why don't, in fact, why don't you want to get the action meeting? Of course you do, why don't you sit over there?
Volunteer.
Okay, so now we're going to do a 15-minute version of what you guys are going to be doing, and a half-hour version. Okay. Now pay attention to this online, people. We're only going to do it once. Okay, and I'll stop and, if need be, and just say, hey, look what you're doing, and look what we're doing. Okay, let's begin with the serenity prayer, guys. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Okay. All right, Natasha, well, it's good being here at Starbucks, just us. Hello. Let me ask you a question. What do you like to give yourself in terms of prosperity where you are right now on your UA path? I'd like to have a more prosperous life. What does that mean to you?
It means financial freedom, to be able to pursue my vision work, which is teaching yoga, and having a place to live that doesn't feel like a hardship financially, but that feels prosperous and abundant, and having lots of friends and people that I enjoy spending time with.
Okay, well, when you say financial freedom, what does that mean to you?
It means having a certain amount of money that comes in regularly that's enough to support me and all my needs.
Could
And
you be more specific rather than certain?
yes, I could. So enough money to pay for my housing and my bill, my utilities. Also money for clothes and self-care and savings, and
You have a figure in mind.
a figure in mind would be at least $8,000 a month after taxes.
Okay, so that's about $10,000, $11,000 a month before taxes?
Yeah, about 100,000.
100,000. Okay, so let's keep it to 10,000 a month gross, keep it simple.
Okay.
What are you making now? Hey, you can come up with any figure. It doesn't have to be what you're actually making. What are you making a month?
Right now, I'm making about $1,200 a month.
Okay, so we basically have a lot of room for improvement. A lot of room for growth, which is a good thing. Growth is a good thing, right? And good job, Andrew. I'm proud of you for that witticism. And more God to testify. Okay, so what can we do for you to bring in $8,700 more a month? Would you agree that that's the question?
Yes,
Because, she's great that she has a figure in mind, 10 grand a month, and so she's got $8,700 more. How are you gonna bring that in? Or what
So
are your
here's
notions?
the thing, is I've been interviewing for corporate jobs and lawyer jobs, which is another area that I work in. And I was actually offered a 6-figure job, which would have more than met that monthly amount. And I guess it was just so distasteful that it fell away.
Okay,
I really think that I was just energetically unwilling to go there.
okay, so, fine, I.
So I've been going on all these interviews for all these corporate jobs, and I'll go to the 3rd, 4th round, and then the job goes away, and my heart's just not in it.
Well, maybe
So
they
it's
pick that up.
more than just the money at this stage.
Okay, so what do you think the idea is, what she can do? Now, you're making $1,200 a month teaching yoga now?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe her thing is to what actions could she do to make good another $8,700 a month teaching yoga? So what do you think? I mean, how did you
I
get-
don't think
you look,
that-
you're making $1,200 a month now. That's $300 a week. What did you do to get those students?
Well, I teach at a studio. I teach at a chain of studios,
Okay.
and I do private.
How do you get those private clients to your
They
studio?
come through,
Right.
yeah.
Well, what if you began to do some public speaking at, let's say, Kiwanis Club, the Rotary Club? You know, the Rotary Club, I've done those, and you go there and you speak for about 15 minutes worth of what you do, and then you can hand out business cards.
And so it's free, you speak for free, so it's like a marketing thing.
Yeah, and you've got a bunch of people there, and you can talk about the health benefits of yoga, and how that helps your whole financial, emotional, and spiritual picture.
Yeah,
Would you be willing to do that?
yeah.
Action 1. We've got 2 more maximum actions to go. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm wondering if you would consider something along those lines, but speaking to lawyers or people who are deciding about careers for themselves, so college students, about lawyer or yoga teacher.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that I'm a recruiting manager also. So when I say corporate jobs, those are the jobs I'm interviewing for, are recruiting and coaching type of jobs. So definitely it's something that I'm interested in doing. In terms of monetizing it right off the bat, the resistance point for me is having the business, like making that a business that generates income. I actually do a lot of that, surprise, surprise, as an earner for free, because I often have
You do a lot of what?
consulting, career consulting with students.
I'm talking about being a speaker, but maybe
Of being
that's
a
not,
speaker,
yeah, it's still.
like
not
going
like
to
a
the
yoga
college,
teacher.
going
Right,
to a college and speaking at the college.
well, I think there are a lot of frustrated lawyers who would be interested.
Yeah, I actually have a business called Yoga for Lawyers, so that's my business. And if ever get goals pages, maybe I'll be putting some more energy into it. But yes, definitely that's something that I've done in the past, and I would be willing to do it more going forward.
Okay, what about going to the National Speakers Association website, looking at that? So you can available person for public speakers.
Yeah, do they, like, if I don't really have a lot of public speaking experience, can I still get?
Yeah, you get a lot of information about doing that.
Yeah.
Action 2. We got a maximum of 1 more action to go.
I am wondering though if that's in line with her vision, which is to,
Totally.
okay, great.
Yeah, 'cause it'll help her have, you
Yeah.
know. And have you ever been to Toastmasters?
Yeah, and I love Toastmasters and I
So
love.
the next step up to NSA, National Speakers Association.
Okay.
Action 2. What are you doing for your recovery?
I have a fantastic action partner. I have a fantastic sponsor. I have an amazing action group meeting that meets regularly.
How are you?
We're totally, well, we're new, we're newish, so we've done 1 full cycle, and I think we've done it all within the last 2 or 3 weeks.
How often per month?
It looks like we're gonna be meeting 3 or 4 times a month, because we're meeting every week, so it's 1
Sure.
person on the seat every week.
Okay, another way I could suggest is that you meet every week and each person gets 15 minutes.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
So in other words, that way everyone gets to talk about their angst, their goals, their ideas for the week. Action 3. So basically, she's done right now. So do you feel sort of complete from what we said?
Yeah, that was great.
Okay, let's start with the Trinity prayer. God, grant us
Trinity.
serenity, the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Give her a hand.
Okay, so we're all gonna do action group meetings together. Action group meetings together. And we're not gonna assign you, I think we're all adults here. You can pick the 2 people you wanna work with. The goal is to break into groups 3 people each, and someone gets an action, well, actually, I'm trying to go all 3, right?
Yeah, it's
Trying-
an hour and a half, each person gets a half an hour.
There you go. Meaning, no wall of words, you definitely get to trade off and see what it's like. You have it in your packet, does everyone have an action group meeting format? It says action group format across the top. Turn it this way. Do y'all have those? Well, as long as someone, that's an action partner. So action group meeting format. As long as one person has it in the group, you're okay. That's the action partner, Peter. You want action group meeting? Do you see it, Peter? Again, one person in the group has it. That's action partner. Action group meeting.
You already did.
That's what he said. Everyone gets a half hour. Everyone gets a half hour. Right? Each person gets a... We did it last time. Does everyone at least have one in a group of 3? Who does not have an action group meeting format? Who does not? Okay. Okay. Right. So, in the group with someone who doesn't have one, please get in a group with someone who has one, and then I'll.
I know, exactly. Have to get up. No, and I don't have
I got a format. I think there's two groups here. I think so, yeah.
Disregard gender, the groups of any 3. Any 3. Groups of any 3.
We can meet here. There's 2 chairs. You can sit in your chair, I guess.
Actually, we can sit here if we want, because both our chairs are over
I want to go on camera.
Okay. Okay. I'll move back. Okay. No, because we're gonna. Oh, you do? Oh, that's fine. I'm like. Sorry, I didn't try to put something in Sorry, I just didn't want to get
Some people have one. Nobody in my table has. My car's open, they all guards. I didn't realize that. I was looking for something that said actually.
Okay, does everybody have a group?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to begin now, and we're going to go for 30 minutes, and Denise let us know when it's 25 minutes, and that'll be a wrap-up.
Somebody else keep talking. Everyone keep talking. I'm gonna go off this way. Mario?
Well, are you going? Well, you can always just sit in on one. Okay, so we got 30 minutes, guys. So, here's the thing. Sit down, whoever you're with, or even online, pick up 2 people and have an action meeting. That way, you're having your action meeting right here and right now in real you and time. This is going to go on for about an hour and a half. I will help.
Ken doesn't have a group. Ken doesn't have a group.
Oh, okay. I know.
You can sit in on
Here.
Thank you. So 5 minutes to the end of the first action meeting, begin to wrap it up, 5 minutes. Wrap it up, guys, you got 5 minutes to the next person in the action meeting gets another meeting.
Okay, time to change bodies. Let your actions happen. Yes. Yeah, man. Yeah,
Okay, 5 minutes to go. Second group. Okay, switch off, last 30 minutes.
Yeah, that would have been
talk to him about like how we might be able to help him. It's really like get very specific about where my trauma plays out in my nervous system, difficulties
I think it wouldn't
Just a reminder, please get the phone numbers of people in your action trio and commit to meeting in a month, 2 months, and 3 months to keep the recovery going. Everyone get a phone number. Once a month. Now we're going to go into a 10-minute break till 4:30. We come back, we go into a gratitude circle. 10-minute break.
It was so good for me to name these things. It's like, this fitness, self-care, and I've got some new suggestions in terms of, checking out and you're kind of acknowledging women and we can exchange numbers and I have a vision for what I want to write on my website. It's really
We're back. Boy, was that good.
Who drinks coffee? Who drinks coffee? This is my brother's company. I want to make sure no one wait. Okay.
That's like, what? How are you?
Oh, yeah, I like it. Yeah, I think I'd like to. Sure, where? To a meeting? For you? Oh, sure,
What's Norm doing now?
they're not even
Okay, we're coming back. Coming back. Going into the last hour. Last hour of blasting out of the cave. So how's that going out there with that screen? Are people seeing something?
I
And
think so, yeah.
hey guys,
I think they're, yeah.
134 viewers! Yeah. Right.
Yeah, there's 60 something.
There's 60 people out there.
Well, they've seen it. I don't know how many, right now, watching live. Can't.
We have 60 people.
If this one is
Okay. Alrighty then. Okay, did everyone learn something about themselves in the action meeting?
Yes.
Was everyone surprised by what they learned about themselves in the action meeting? When I had mine, I was shocked. Are you kidding me? I don't believe it. All right. You know what? We went through a lot of heavy experience with this. Talked about prayer formations, conversations about condemnation, and museum states. Before we move on, does anyone have any question about those? We talked about the 5 character defects that go into the UA symptoms, and we talked about how our 5 character assets go into the UA tools. And I know that this is not something that people talk about a lot in UA, but assets are very important because we all have character assets, and it's important for us to, to just understand that we have a choice every day to go from faith to fear. Now, if we're staying with faith, then we're staying with our character assets. If we go into fear, we're going into our character defects. It's as simple as that. One of the things I've used to help myself get through resentments is this prayer. Because I had a lot of resentments this week. And so I had to really put it to work. And the prayer goes like this. God, comma, I now give up my right to resent, fill in the blank. Let's say Tony. May he have a great life, peace, joy, and abundance, if it is your will for him to do so. And then, good job, Andrew. I'm so proud of me for saying that, and that's more God's success than mine. Now, what if I'm really, really pissed off at Tony?
Can you repeat it one more time?
Okay, this is the resentment prayer. God, I now give up my right. Now that's the core of it. To resent Tony. May he have a peaceful, joyful life, or words to that effect. And no harm, and only help himself evolve through his experiences. And if it be thy will. And I do that on my knees. So I'll get on my knees and say, God, I pray for the representative at the IRS that I'm going to speak to today. May he or she have a great life, peace, joy, and abundance. And I know that he or she is only doing their job. And I pray for their health, wealth, and prosperity. Hey, good job, Andrew. More God's success than mine. Now, you can applaud. Or not. Now, tough crowd here. Rough crowd. And so I pray for people that I resent. Now, if I say I'm giving up the right, that's a very important thing because most people hold on to their right to resent whoever it is. And they feel entitled. So what I'm saying, when I give up my right, is say I don't have to feel entitled anymore. I'm not entitled. And then my little reptilian voice could say, what do you mean? Well, look what he did. He did that, and he did that, and he did that. It's not right. Well, that's right. It's true, it's not right, but I could be happy or I could be right. I'd rather be happy. Happy, joyous, and free takes a lot of work. It really does. And in the Joe McHugh book, one of the things it talks about is that if we hold on to resentment, it's like blocking up a septic tank. Everything just sort of overflows and it's a mess. So we have to flush it every day. So we have to flush out that resentment, and we flush it out by saying, God, I now give up my right to resent this person. May they have great life, joy, peace, and abundance. And what that does is give me peace. Now, the angrier I am at that person, generally it means I have a higher level of fear that's driving the anger. High level of fear. So I have to pray instead of 1 day, maybe 2 days. In the big book, sometimes I think it says that we have to do it for 2 weeks. We really program on PBS. His name was Harold Kushner, and he wrote when bad things happen to good people. And one of the things Rabbi Kushner said, and it was an evening where he had like these Orthodox Jews from Queens in the Bronx sitting in the audience. And he was saying, ladies and gentlemen, we have to forgive the Nazis. We have to forgive the Nazis. And they looked at him like he just walked out of the mothership. And because they were equating forgiveness with approval. They were equating forgiveness with saying that what the Nazis did was good. And he wasn't saying that at all. He was saying, I cannot allow Hitler to rent out space in my head. I can't do that. Now that's also true for my client who may have canceled an appointment. That's all true for an ex-girlfriend who may have gone back to her old boyfriend. I can't allow these people to rent out space in my head. So I have to pray for the willingness to forgive them. And by doing that, God, I give up my right to resent my old girlfriend, Ginny. May she have great life, peace, and joy in her life, and happiness and prosperity. Good job, Andrew. I'm so proud of me. More God's success in mine. The minute I do that, I have created new positive spiritual energy in me. So I'm no longer walking around with this angst. I'm no longer going to the museum state of angst, glutton, and victim. Who here wants to be a victim? Nobody, right? So if I am thinking about someone who's done me wrong, I'm going into the state of being a victim. I don't want to be a victim. I am not a victim. I'm not a volunteer victim. And I give up my right to resent the teachers that I had who were not very smart and who hit me. I give up my right to resent my mentally ill mother for being a schizophrenic who was not able to be there as a mother. I give up my right to resent my grandparents who were under conditional love. Give up my right to resent my grandfather who was very distant and very painful because he was very distant by being present. He abandoned me by being in the house because he just was very, very far away. I remember driving with him from the airport to our house, and it was like there was a mile between us. I felt that he was so separate from me. So that's the state these people were in. They were manufactured through transgenerational abuse and neglect. So our parents come from their parents who abused and neglected them, their parents' parents who abused and neglected them, their parents' parents who abused and neglected, all going back to this wacky clockmaker named Otto in Stuttgart in the 1500s. Who had a lot of codependent issues, and who was happier making little timepieces. So, his people skills were wanting. So we have each generation coming back and doing various forms of abuse and neglect. So forgiveness is the only way out. Forgiveness is the way of not being a victim. And you know, the thing is that my childhood, I look at it with new eyes. Okay, on one hand, my mother wasn't schizophrenic. By the other hand, she never killed me. She never threw me out the window. Could have happened. That's a dime a dozen New York Post story on page 6. Could have happened. My grandparents never abandoned me. They never threw me out. They gave me food and shelter, and they took care of raising me when they were 60 years old. And their schizophrenic mother came back from Israel with me, and I was like, one. And they, at 60 years old, decided to go through the burden of raising a child for the next 18 years, after having raised 5 or 6, whatever it was. So that was a gift. So it's one thing to say, you should have done that, and you were the conditional love, but what about the love that I received? Can I accept that? Can I see with new eyes? Can I see with a new pair of glasses the love and concern that they gave to me? That they gave me shelter, medicine, education. They did their best in the wounded, spiritually damaged state they were in. Well, then all of a sudden, my tragic childhood becomes less tragic. Which is sort of tricky because there's sort of a great satisfaction in holding on to the bad childhood story. Who's held on to the bad childhood story their whole life? How many people love to do that? Oh, yes, it's a rich. There's nothing like a bad childhood story. I can't tell you how many women went out on a date with me when oh, you had it so bad. I feel so sad for you. But the reality of it is, there was a lot of love there. And even the rabbis used to hit me and say, you're lazy or this. You know, they were not very intelligent guys, and they were coming from their own abuse and neglect. But they did their best to educate me, and can I appreciate that? Yes, I can. So the more I give up my right to resent, the more love I saw was there. The more caring I saw was there. So all of a sudden, I am the sack that I'm walking through in life becomes a little lighter. And all of a sudden, I'm not burdened down with my story and my guilt and my angst and my hurt and my abuse and neglect. And I see more love that was there. And guess what? I'm in a better situation because then, you know, yeah, it was a lot of bad stuff, but there was a lot of good stuff too. And then the beautiful thing is, even when you may have thought God abandoned you, you were taken care of. Even when you thought you were left alone, God was with you. Because that's how I look at it now, even when I had no trust of recovery. I'll tell you a brief story how I met my father. When I was 27, I put my resume under the doors of this dance center building. One of the promoters came out and said, I need someone to drive me to Durham, North Carolina, and work as a PA at the Durham, North Carolina Composers and Choreographers Workshop for Young Professionals. I said, I'll do it. Guess what? I didn't have any driver's license. But that didn't stop me. I drove him down from New York to Durham, North Carolina without a driver's license. Could you imagine that? Some guy's pulling me over, and my entire experience in driving was like an hour and a half with my friend Arnie Leibowitz in the Manhattan Beach Jewish Center parking lot. And I think about 5 minutes from exit 2 to 3 in Sheepshead Bay. And that was my entire thing. And with that amount of driving thing, I drove this guy, Sheldon Soffer, down to Durham, North Carolina in his Mercedes. It was like a 1968 Mercedes. Thank God it was an automatic. Oh my God. Oh, hello? A little too much here. God has its limits. You know, God will do mountains, but not with a stick shift. And so anyway, I get down to Durham with Sheldon, having made it. I think he was getting on that when I couldn't do parallel parking in front of a Wawa. He had a hankering for a croissant muffin. And so we get to the meet and greet. And I'm sitting around there saying, yeah, my name is Andrew, I was born in Israel. And this guy, Jan Rosinski, who's a composer in Jerusalem, said, oh, Andrew, you're from Israel. And, so we bonded, a little Hava Nagila moment. We didn't break bread, we broke halava. Halava is really one of those desserts you can just have so much of and you're good. So he introduced me to a guy named Giori, who was the dance critic of the Jerusalem Post. Giori happened to know my father Eliezer before my father Eliezer changed his name from Deutsch to Darot. Because his third wife didn't like Deutsch as his last name, which we can understand. So Eliezer Deutsch, my father, did not exist in the Israeli phone book at that time. However, Giori knew him before he changed his name and knew where he worked and gave me his phone number. And guess what? I called him up. The next day he called me back. He said, Andrew, I'm your father. How are you? And I said, great. No resentment here, Dad. So, I'm fine. See, at that point, I didn't do the give up my right to resent bit. And so, I had massive resentment, but I felt, my God, I have succeeded where Rodney McEwen has failed. I have reconnected with my father. And 3 weeks later, I was in Israel. And I met his sons, who he didn't leave, and his daughter, who he didn't leave. And there we were together, a totally dysfunctional Israeli family. But the fact of it is, I ended up getting to Israel from putting my resume under the door at Sheldon Soffer's office and driving without a driver's license to Durham, North Carolina, and meeting Jan Rosinski, who introduced me to Giora Minor. That's how I met my father at 27. And it actually is true. Now, at that point, I said, there's no way I'm alone on this planet. There's no way. So anyway, I am so grateful for being here today, and what I'd like to do is have a couple of people just talk about what they are grateful for. And gratitude, I'll give you one more tool. I write a gratitude and a forgiveness list every morning, and the way it works is like this. I first write 5 things that I'm grateful for. 5 things that I'm grateful for, it doesn't matter what they are. And then I write a forgiveness list where I write 5 people that I forgive, or one person I forgive for 5 mistakes, and sometimes that person. And then I read the forgiveness list out loud, and then I read the gratitude list out loud, and then I say, and that's why I'm having a great day. Now, my old brain, remember, we're talking about the subconscious believes what we say with emotion, just now is convinced, well, now we're having a great day. So what it's doing is it's taking the rocks out of my shoe for the morning, and it's giving me an awareness and appreciation of a benefit of what I'm grateful for. It's very important. Okay, so why don't we have 5 volunteers to get up here and talk about what they are grateful for. Line up here. I know everyone's in a haze.
Go, 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 go.
Break out of the haze.
Oh,
1, 2.
One more. There's no friend.
Hey, it's like a little panel.
All
Yeah.
the time.
No, but just a few minutes. Nothing, no, we're not, we're not doing War and Peace, guys, so take it easy here. Okay, so just talk about what you're grateful for, and if you're willing to give up your right to resent anyone, and if you'd like, just say, I now give up my right to resent who's ever pissing you off in any way. And, just take it one at a time.
Hi, my name is Noel. I'm glad to be here. It's my first time in UA, so I'm grateful to have shared a piece of myself with you all. I give up the resentment of just when I was a child, I was abandoned pretty much by my family, and I was raised in a different environment than I was used to, in a big clan, to becoming in a smaller clan. So for my parents and my dad, who I didn't really know very much until I was 7, I forgive them. And now I have a good relationship with them. So that's my story, and I really appreciate everyone who attended. Thank you.
My name is Frank, and I am a grateful under-earner. And thank you so much. And much better. I'm really grateful to Denise today because she. Yes, you. I'm very grateful because I heard her talk about this workshop a million times on phone meetings, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for, all the service you did. And I felt so welcomed when I walked in here today, and I'm grateful for everyone that put this workshop on today, because it has surpassed everything I thought it would be. I couldn't imagine coming to an all-day thing and not wanting to leave by about 1 o'clock, and the time just flew, so I'm very grateful for that. And one of the resentments that I want to let go of today is an ex-boss of a position that I left almost 2 years ago, mainly because of my relationship with that manager. And I have let the manager really play a lot of wrench in my head, and I'm here today. I'm willing to let go of that resentment because I want prosperity in my life. So thank you very much.
So I'm Pauline, recovering from under-earning. And I'm grateful to you, Andrew, for the vision that you had of creating this program and for creating the tools and the symptoms, and all the other people who created UA in the beginning and made it happen. I'm grateful to myself for showing up today and becoming positively visible and getting a sponsor and working the steps and continuing to forgive myself. I forgive myself for how hard I tried for so many years to have power over something that I have no power over. And that's my under-earning. And I give up the right to resent God for a lot of difficult challenges and circumstances that came into my life. And I look forward to continued recovery in this program. Thank you all for being here.
My name is Jyoti, and I was just thinking of, like, as he asked people to come up for gratitude, I was thinking of my mind. Last week I was able to sit outside in this ceremony and just watching the morning star rise. And I just have that image of this beautiful Venus star coming up, and just the deep support I'm feeling from community, and that sense of not being alone, and just the support that the universe continues to give me over and over and over again. And just the way that I think things are going to be a certain way, and then they just show up in a different way, and that way is always the perfect way that I need it to be. And I think I'll end with that gratitude. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
My name is Fred. I'm grateful to be here. Thanks. I want to thank first Andrew and Denise for Andrew for coming out from New York to do this, and for his ongoing willingness to share his experience, strength, and hope. And one thing I know with Andrew is there's this continuing evolution, and next year will be something new and different, but also equally enlightening. So thank you for that, for just giving of yourself, your time. And Denise, for all your energy, which this wouldn't have happened without. I know. So thank you. And thank you to everybody here, because I feel like what happens in recovery a lot of times is we have torches. We all have torches, but sometimes they go out because we're like, I've been hanging out in the swamp too long, or, and what happens in this program in recovery is that the torch gets lit again, and then we also we all have gifts, we all have challenges, and it's through both of those things that we recover. So it's going into each other, like you come into my cave with your torch, and now I can actually see, and then I come out with a gold that's in there. I didn't see the gold, but there's the glint, and that's such a gift. And it's a gift to get out of my own cave to go to yours. I go, hey, I get out of my own cave. Hey, it's kind of nice out here. So I love the idea that we help each other in that way. Thank you for everybody being here. It's like we're all in service to each other. And as far as resentments, I guess I'll give up the right to resent, my parents for not meeting my expectations. I got a lot of expectations about life. And for life itself, I think, which is God, for things that have happened, give up the right to resent myself for not meeting my own expectations. And that opens the door to self-love. And that's more God's success than mine. So, thanks.
Thank you. Let's have 3 more people come up. 3 more people.
3 more.
Great. Come on. Out of the cave. Come on. 3 more. 3. Yeah, come up with a different person. Okay. Okay, you got the drill.
Hi everyone, my name is Ilana. I'm gratefully recovering in this program, and I really have to start with gratitude, because in Sacramento our face-to-face meeting died, but that's how I got into the phone meetings. I was really curious to see what you guys look like. So my curiosity got the best of me and got me out of my cave. And set up the logistics to stay in San Rafael with a friend of mine, a good friend of mine. And, and I came here today and really feel even more committed to suiting up, showing up to grow up on the phone lines. And also, where is she? I will go to my sponsor and I will see about getting a Sacramento meeting put together again. Maria asked me because she's in Chico and maybe we can do something together. So I look forward to taking action steps toward more face-to-face meetings, and also coming down here to hang out with you guys more often than like now. So thank you. That'll pass.
Hi, Hi, Arabella, recovering under-earner. I think I'm gonna try to do the exercise correctly. I keep forgetting like the rules, but I have been wanting to do this exercise every day. 5 things I'm grateful for. I have right now in this moment, I feel like a gazillion things I'm grateful for. I walked in this room and I felt resentment and everything else, and now I feel so grateful. So I'm so grateful for this program, and I'm so grateful that I was able to get up here from Los Angeles to come to this workshop. And I'm grateful for my amazing children. I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for my health. And I'm grateful for my recovery, and just so grateful for this program, which I always say it's like a God-sized question with a God-sized answer. And I'll just say this, that how I experience this program is it's so, and I have a lot of time in other programs, and I know the credits don't transfer, but this thing that is so counterintuitive, this primal relationship with ourselves about self-care, like I feel like the only way I can understand it with this program is like, the question is the sky blue? The answer is self-care. The question is that your dog? The answer is self-care. The question is that Andrew? The answer is self-care. So I can't understand, I can only understand it in a God-sized way, and I'm just gonna turn over all my resentments, and thank you for being here for my recovery. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ken. Nice to see everybody, actually officially now. I came here initially thanks to my girlfriend, my lovely girlfriend Heather, who, first off, I wanted to say that I'm incredibly grateful for. She's really added to my life immensely in a number of ways, far too many that I won't bore you guys with, but she's fantastic. So thank you for bringing me here. Initially, I thought I was just going to be coming here to accompany her, and I don't know anything about Under Earners Anonymous. I now know quite a bit about Under Earners Anonymous as a result. And you know, the funny thing, it's really uncanny that I don't think there are any accidents in this life. I really don't. I think we don't just end up places. I think we kind of find ourselves in places and realize that things happen for a reason. And in just being here, I've realized that I fit quite a lot of the criteria here. And as a result, I've learned a lot. And I want to thank you also, Andrew, and everybody here, that in doing so, I've realized I've got some work to do, as I think we all have. But at the same time, I know that nothing's impossible, and I know we can achieve what we truly want to. And I'm starting to really learn what my gifts are, and I'm going to be hitting my 50th year here on this planet next month, and it's at least I've gotten this far. I've realized my gifts, and I know where I'm headed. And so the only thing I want to say in closing is I look forward to continuing this journey with UA. I'm really fascinated by this, and I know that I can learn a lot. So I want to thank you for listening. And as they say, it's God's success more than mine. So thank you.
Okay. Anybody else who has a desire to come up here and say what they're grateful for and what resentments they're willing to get rid of? Okay, go ahead, come on. I don't want anyone to feel like they've been excluded. So if you have any desire.
I'm Jennifer, and I just want to give up the right to my resentment against my very broken mother and the difficulty that created growing up, and the museum states that's put me in for the great majority of my adult life. And and then I can say that out loud, and I can say, I am grateful that I found action partners here, and we have plans to do an action meeting. And I heard a lot of hope today, and I have plans to continue to really clear what I'm going to do next for my steps so that I can progress in UA and continue to do this work and come out of these museum states. And that's why my life is great today. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Maria, greatly recovering learner, and slowly recovering learner. And I feel like today I really got blasted out of my turtle pace, out of the cave. I'm really grateful to my sponsor, who has unconditionally cheered me on and guided me through quite turbulent year with a lot of change. And I met my sponsor last year at this event. So I encourage everybody to look for sponsors at events like that, or this event today. And I'm really grateful for having a partner, a life partner who is supportive, patient, and has financially taken the burden, the larger part of the burden of providing a home and a transportation, and propelling us to a new place for us to set up our life outside of the Bay Area, which will be much more financially and sustainable for our sanity. So I'm very grateful for that. And I give up all resentments. I give up my right to resent him for not appreciating me, not meeting my needs, not being patient, being moody, and being impatient with my progress in the program. And that's more success to God than I. Thank you.
Okay, here we go. Woo, don't cry too much. All right. It's a good thing. I am Denise from the Solvency City of San Francisco. I'm on day 2,174 of a 90 and 90. Something to look forward to there, Sunday. And the resentment I have to turn over in front of all my newest, closest friends is that I had a resentment because a UA member took this event off the calendar, the UA calendar, the website. So that I have to get that out. I can't hold on to that. This person, I'm wishing wealth, health, and prosperity. This person is not going to affect me. You're all here. We have it clearly, stream live. And that's the important, deep-rooted blessings and love of UA. This is how it's supposed to roll. This is the way I'm supposed to see it. That was my pain 3 days ago when people were calling me saying, where is it? I let it go. I turned it over. And now it's going to get removed. And you all are my witnesses this morning. It has to now. And the positivity, the forgiveness, there's so many levels. I've gone through this step work twice in this program. And I can tell you, I had no recovery programs in my life ever until it was December 20, 2011. That's my prosperity date. Everything shifted. And service? What? Making sure that I made this happen, that wasn't part of my purview at all. And now I know, look what you all love it. Why would I do this again? I'm an event director the rest of my life. So I think this is what is supposed to happen today. We had challenges a couple days ago about whether or not this is actually even going to happen. And we're here now. And that's special. And this is going to keep me going for months until we do this again. Thank you, and I'll pass.
Okay, all right, well, what would be an end of a UA Workshop B without song tag out? Listen, what did he say? What did you say? What? Song tag out. Uh-oh. Sounds like another wacky improv exercise. I don't want to do that. But yes, you do. Because we have too much carbs today. We had wraps. We had all sorts of stuff. Blood sugar workup is all over the highway. And the best way to resolve that is the improv game song tag out. And this is how it works. Everyone's saying, boy, well, we can't wait to hear about that. Okay, basically we have one person who begins to sing, and it doesn't matter how bad your voice is. It doesn't matter if your voice is like a frog fart. It does not matter. What you do is you start to sing. Now you got one person here, one person there, one person there, one person there. And what they do when they're ready is tag you out. Before that, they do their best to be like the Pips. Remember Gladys Knight and the Pips? Well, they're doing their best to support you. And the whole idea of this is that we are working together as a team. Song tag out is the best way to clear your sinuses and make that transition to go out to the outside world. Because everybody out there is just dying to play song tag out. They can't, they're chafing at the bit. They don't know what to do because they can't put the 4 people together. So what I want is 4 volunteers. 4 volunteers. Yes. I don't care how bad your voice is. I don't care how bad your voice is. Okay. Now remember, you're here. Now you're here. You're here. Come here. You go over there. You go there. And you go there. No, you move there. Okay. Now I'm going to start to sing. And when you're ready, but in the minute before you do that, you can support me by singing.
Like doo-wop girls?
Yeah, you doo-wop girls, you know. And when you're ready, tag me out. Now here's the thing, guys. When you feel ready, because I know you're going to be chafing at the bit to do this. I know you're just sitting there and you're seeing, Jesus, I can't wait when you're so tagged. I know, this is just another way of coming out of the cave. Don't you see what I'm saying here?
Can't wait to do song tag out.
Okay, so feel free to come up when you want to do this. Okay, let's see.
So then each person comes off stage?
Yeah, in other words, whoever takes me out has to get to the middle here and start singing.
And should we do what you're doing to marry you?
You can, sure. It's all right. Okay, let me think.
your own thing, right?
All right. Let's see. The East Coast girls I hit by really dig those styles they wear. And the Northern girls with the way they kiss, they keep me out while I'm out there. The Midwest farmers' daughters really make you feel.
I wish you could see me when I'm flying in my dreams. Way out there, way up high, way I look when I fly, the way I lay, way I fly. You are my
sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, hey, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
The greatest love. It's happening to me. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. Everybody's searching for a hero. We need someone to look up to. I found everyone to fill my need. But I always say,
Ain't you kinda gay? Ain't you hear me say I love you myself?
I should be by now. Boy, it's spoiled some versatile land. If I were a wealthy man. Okay, like we're gonna drop game. The crazy car, well, codependent car, 4 volunteers. 4 volunteers. 4. I want 4. This is called codependent car.
You already got it. Claire?
Okay, 4. One more. Attendance. One more. Okay, one more. Hey. Okay. First thing, everybody at a car. Everybody gets down outside. But here's the thing. Everyone comes in with a strong emotional state. And each person that enters brings in their new state. So the first person is, let's say, they're really angry. And then the next person is sort of like sad. And now that guy is sad. And the person is really happy. So then everyone becomes happy. The last person is totally freaked out. So as each person goes in, it colors codependently everybody else in the car. So remember, strong emotional states, and each person that follows is bringing their new state in. And
Everybody changes to be that same way.
And when each person gets out of the car, the previous emotional state. So if that's angry, he gets out of the car, and he's afraid, now we're afraid. He's happy, now they're too happy, then they're left with the first person. The key thing is to come in with a strong, clear, emotional condition. And that basically infects everybody else in the car, which is why it's called dependent car. Okay, so who wants to be the first person? Go in. Imagine you're driving. Okay, he's angry. He's clearly angry. He's driving a car.
Hey, check this out. I just won the lottery. $50 million. It's so amazing. Oh, what are we gonna do next? What should we do? It's gonna be great. Where are we headed?
God, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Oh my God, this is so scary. Oh no. What am I gonna do?
Okay. I should just hide this. Somebody bugs me. Somebody knows I have. You didn't see that, did you? You didn't see those numbers. You okay?
Hey everybody, I was just stalking my ex on Facebook. She's got married.
What? Let me see.
Should I keep looking at more pictures of them?
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God.
I'm so happy.
Oh my God, it was so crazy.
More pictures, right?
How did they
of them?
meet?
Oh, no, there's more pictures. Oh, that one's a little racy. Let's open that one up more. Oh man. Let's all look at each other's exes. What should we do?
Alright, wait. Let me see if I can find my ex on here.
Wow.
Oh my God. What? She lives in Illinois now?
Is that
Look
good
at
or
that
bad?
guy she's with. Oh my God, I wish I had looked.
She's with my
Is that great or is that a bad shot or
Oh
no?
my God, X is in Illinois, look at it! Oh my God, look at that, look at that!
I kind of feel sick. Let's look more.
Oh my God,
Okay, we'll stop for 30 seconds.
no, look at that! They're traveling! They
What?
took a vacation!
Oh my God, I'm so scared.
They're on vacation.
Oh, I'm terrified.
You go back to your.
God, I'm scared. What's
I'm
gonna
gonna go
happen
back
next?
to my original.
Wish I never did that. Try not to vote. Have you been watching the road this whole time? Looking at it. Isn't that exciting? I won the money. Let's get it's so amazing, right? Can you just drop me off at the, because I'm gonna go get the money. It's gonna, yeah.
Anybody else want to play? Yes, no? Okay, let's come do a circle. Come on up here.
What's your motion?
All right.
I'm so sad this is ending. I'm so sad that this has been a beautiful experience and I was able to do what my soul's calling was 12 years ago, which is to help souls come out of it. And that feeling gets stronger and stronger every year. And all our job is to carry the message, to have other souls come out of it, so they can have better lives. And the more you share what your UA experiences and what you've learned, the stronger it will be in you. And the better this plan will be. Please, after a moment of silence, join me in saying this Trinity prayer. God. Grant me the accept the things cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Coming back to the work of worship.
We have one more thank you. Thank you to Elise for helping us with the live streaming of this thing. Thank you for Steve and the people at Pat. They really helped. Thank you so much. And good to clean up. Evaluation points.